On US 90, east back towards Castro, an infant in that vehicle.
Alright, extremely high rate of speed, I'd say at least 100 miles an hour still. Traffic is light to moderate, almost struck another vehicle passing. Flyway Patrol just got a spike. Oh, went off road, looks like she's about to wreck. No, she still got it. She's now on the access across the median.
I like to smile.
Smiling's my favorite.
Yeah.
Still high rate of
Hey
speed coming up to the
everybody,
creek.
and welcome back to another episode of Pod.
Hold here,
I'm
1050,
Diana, and let me
1050,
give
1050,
you
and
a grand
2536,
introduction because
and
he's
military.
talent. If you listened to last week's episode, you would realize that he's the self-proclaimed
She's in
talent
the
of the
back,
show.
she's
So
in the back
let me
seat.
give you
She's got the baby and
your
we're running.
talent
We're
introduction.
running
This
southbound
is my
from the
talented
accident.
co-host,
Southbound from the
Greg.
accident.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Received vehicle crashed at
I said I had
2536
talent.
at
My voice is
military.
talented.
No, actually,
Female
you
with a
said
baby
we're
is running southbound from the crash.
But you're the talented also. So
We're all talents.
I mean, yeah, we are talented people.
Okay, we're getting in a white Nissan Xterra, white Nissan Xterra. Troops in front of it. Hold the air, hold the air.
Yes,
So-
confident is sexy. I hear that confidence is more sexy than like looks.
I don't buy that, but
I do. Okay.
Doors are open.
So,
Troops trying to get
let's
her out
just
now.
Get into it. I remember
Female
dating this
driver
guy
of this
one
white
time, and he
Nissan
was
Xterra
not
also
a
has a
good
child,
guy,
and
like,
the baby's
in the
safe. The baby's safe.
But
One of
he
seven
had this
EMS has been
confidence and
notified.
this swag about him that made him attractive, and lots of ladies wanted him. And he had like a huge ass nose, and just like a toothpick, skinny, and
well, he must have been pretty cool. I mean,
yeah,
everybody
like
liked
he
him.
broke my heart,
Aw.
and it took forever to get over. But like
This
I said,
little twig, this toothpick guy.
this toothpick twig
Oh.
with the big schnoz had the confidence and the swag that women find attractive.
Yeah, he was probably pretty amazing.
Not as amazing as you, Pooks. Okay, so housekeeping. You know the normal standard. Instagram at Podful Sunshine. Twitter at Podful Sunshine no E. We have our website www.podfulofsunshine.com, and that's PODFUL of sunshine.com. And we also have our new YouTube channel. I don't really know. I don't think we have a name for it, but just search for us. Pod-ful of sunshine.com. Actually, not .com. Just search for us on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think there's a .com.
There's no .com on YouTube. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about the whole YouTube thing.
Somebody just recommended it to me, so that's why I suggested it.
I know, and I think we got 2 views.
Well, maybe we should. You know what we should put in the headline? Fortnite.
Yes, and we'll just trick them into listening to our episode, and they'll listen to the whole damn thing thinking that there's Fortnite shit in it. Oh, genius.
It is a genius.
That is friggin' genius.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You could put something. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it.
That's what we're doing. So we're gonna name this Fortnite something.
Yeah, pod full of Fortnite.
Pod full of Fortnite. There we go.
Or the pod full of sunshine.
Nope, I think just pod full of Fortnite works.
Yeah, because what would be pod full of Fortnite? Nah.
Oh my god, can you imagine like all the thumbs down we'd get if we did that?
They'd be like, "Where's Fortnite?
Where's fucking Fortnite?"
I want to build."
Anyway, so I did our whole YouTube thing last week, and it honestly took a lot of time. Like, I don't spend much time editing. Like, I spend about an hour, maybe a little bit more editing. But then when I had to do the YouTube video of it on top of that, that probably took another hour and a half. And as hectic as our schedules are, I don't think I'm going to have the time or energy for it. So, let me just go on the record and saying that our YouTube channel, maybe once in a while we'll throw our episode on there. And if we do throw it on YouTube, I'll let you know via our other social media.
Yeah. Tell your friends about YouTube.
No, don't tell your friends about YouTube because we may disappoint. Tell your friends about our podcast that they can find anywhere they listen to their podcasts.
Apple Store.
Apple, iTunes, Stitcher.
All the other ones,
You
too.
know, all the other ones.
Yeah,
Spotify. All them ones. All right. How's your week, Greg?
I had an alright week. You know, kind of depressed.
You're depressed?
Yeah,
Why?
because
Because it's September?
it is September.
So for those of you that don't know, September in the when you're a server anywhere in Florida, September is the worst month of the year. Financially, like it just sucks because all the locals are back at school, all the tourists have gone back home because they've started school, and the snowbirds haven't quite come down yet. So it is a struggle every September. And every September we get stressed out about money, and I'm always saying to him, we don't need to worry. It's every September.
It is every September. I know it. It's every September. It's not a big deal, but it's just annoying. I just waste my time.
Greg gets super stressed about it more than I do because, like, you know, after the first few Septembers, I'm like, all right, this is a normal thing, so let's just be prepared for it. And so, like, I'm not stressed at all, like, because we do this every year, and that's why we have money in savings, like, for this time. Last year, we just got lucky and we had Hurricane Irma, so we didn't have to pay our mortgage or car payment.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was nice.
Maybe we'll get another hurricane here. Hurricane Florence.
No, I think that's supposed to hit up north of us.
They don't know where it's going to hit.
But all the tracks are heading that way, not
There's
around
some
us.
tracks that hit Florida.
I think there's literally one that hits Florida. And it's not even us, it's like up north.
It's a skeleton model, and there's a bunch of skeletons. And I mean, some go to Florida, some go to South Carolina, some go to North Carolina. Some take it all the way back out to sea. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. A lot of skeleton drafts, so
Yeah.
we'll know in a couple of days.
Yeah.
It's still at least 6 days away. So we got this. I'm going to be tracking it.
Do you want to ask me how my week was?
Yeah, I was about to.
No, you weren't, because I'm just looking at you like, okay. And
I
you
was
just-
like, thought you were
just-
listening to my story. I thought you were just so. I was like, wow, she's really interested in how I'm going to track this storm. And I'm just like, this is good.
I'm like, he's still rambling about Florence and all the
Uh-huh.
tracks.
So, Diana, how was your week?
Oh my gosh, thank you for asking, Craig.
I was going to ask after I was done talking about the hurricane.
My week was weird. It was just a weird
weird,
week.
huh?
Everything was thrown off balance. So we were off Monday, obviously, for Labor Day. And for those of you that follow me on my personal Instagram, at dscheckler, SHECKLER 08, you will see that our youngest son, Gavin, who is our football star, has a staph infection. And apparently it's not normal per se, but it can happen a lot of times in contact sports, especially football, softball, wrestling. Staph infections aren't unheard of. I think a few years ago, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had like 10 players that...
The one guy had MRSA, which is pretty serious.
And MRSA is like way worse than a staph infection. It's like staph infection on steroids. So last week, we had seen that Gavin had this rash on, not even a rash, it looked like he just had raw skin, like in his, anyway.
It looked like he was carrying a hot plate that burnt the hell out of
Yeah,
him.
it looked like he got burnt, like in the crease of his elbow. And he's like, I have no idea how it happened. And I'm thinking, like, he just doesn't want to tell me that someone did something to him. And I'm ready to go whoop some kid's ass. And I was like, all right, well, we'll keep an eye on it. And then by Monday, it hadn't gotten better. In fact, it had almost gone worse. And when I noticed the little spots around the rash, it's when I realized, like, this is not someone that burnt him.
Oh, yeah. He didn't get burnt.
Didn't get burnt, so we brought him to the walk-in clinic. And he has staph infection, so he was out of football all week. So we didn't go to football all week, which kind of, like, threw me off. It just threw my balance off. Like, yes, I'd like to be off at nights, but it was just weird. And I didn't...
She had too much free time on her hands.
I did have too much free time on my hands when I knew that I had other stuff to do. I mean, friggin' so the first day of practice, like, I had the water bottles, so I went up there and dropped them off. So, you know, our team, when they practiced, could have the water bottles. And so assuming that one of the coaches would take the lead, so then there's a message that goes out on Tuesday, be like, oh my gosh, we have the water bottles, but we have no water. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you don't have water? Like, what do you think you're supposed to do with water bottles? Not fill them up? You think they just fill themselves up?
They do.
And I said to them, I was like, seriously, guys, I'm off one day and all hell breaks loose because you can't fill the fucking water bottles?
Yeah, the water bottles.
Yeah. And then apparently I got wind today that some bitch who I already don't like was like, because the coach, took the team aside on Thursday and was like, make sure you're disinfecting everything. We've had now 2 instances of staph because a kid before Gavin had staph. That it's very contagious, so make sure you're disinfecting everything. And apparently mom's like, I don't know if I want my kid, exposed to this. And he's like, well, then quit. And so he told me that, and I'm like, oh, fucking bitch. Yeah, maybe, football already isn't for your kid because your kid's a fucking asshole and sucks and is, horrible, and you're horrible. And so why don't you just quit? May I recommend the chess club? If you are going to play sports that have contact, especially football, wrestling, softball, baseball, those are very prominent to get staph infections. It's not unheard of.
Well, I've heard of it before.
Yeah, so if you don't want your kid to get staph, then quit. Don't play sports.
Yeah. Play video games.
Play video games. Or here's an idea. How about you teach your kid manners before he goes out to fucking play sports? Oh, God, it's already a kid I don't like, so, yeah.
No,
Anyway.
poor kid.
No, not poor kid. He's a little asshole, and his mom's just oblivious, and whatever.
Too bad they didn't quit.
Well, there's still time. I'll get her to quit. So, at work this week, have you ever... I don't know how many... Do you work with a lot of women?
Yeah, I do work with a lot of women. They're bitches.
Have any of them come into work with a really bad haircut?
I don't really pay attention to much stuff like that, so I could even know if they had a haircut, but believe me, if they had a bad haircut, they would know about it. Somebody would tell them.
Okay. You're making this a riveting conversation. So, there's this girl. I don't work with her. I don't even know her name. But she had really long hair, and she chopped it really friggin' short. But she has really poofy hair. So it's very thick. And so when you cut thick hair short, it's very, poofy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But my whole point of this story is that I heard the best way for a woman, attention ladies, if you have ever seen a friend have a haircut or a coworker that's bad, here's how you handle it. So I'm in the break room getting water, and the girl with the bad haircut, and another girl who, she's kind of new to the area, she's like, oh, you cut your hair. And the girl's like, yeah, I did. And the other girl's like, so do you love it? And put it all back on her. She wasn't saying, oh, I love your haircut, or, hey, what do you think? Just, do you love it? And I'm like, that is fucking genius. Because, and then they say, yes, I do love it, and here's the reasons why. And the conversation just continues, and so there's no awkward silence. I'm like, I idolize this woman that said, do you love it?
That's what I'm going to ask when I see somebody that gets their hair cut next. I'm going to be like, do you love it?
Do you love it? And then she'll go on and say, yes, and here's why. And if they say no, be like, oh, well, it'll always grow.
Can't really do that with guys. I could be like, yo, Dante, I love your fade, man. You're looking tight.
Do
right?
guys ask each other about their haircuts?
No, I don't think so. I mean, but, people talk about their beards. I mean, that's what men talk about these days, or if they have, man buns. Maybe they talk about those. I don't talk about anything.
Here's an unpopular opinion. I love man buns.
Yeah, I think they look retarded.
God, I know, and most people do, but I love them. Unpopular opinion.
The other week it was actually Friday at work, I saw a guy. He was kind of bald, but he had a little ponytail that stuck out
no,
the back
that
of his
does not count as a man bun. That's not a man bun.
It was fucking disgusting looking. I don't even know what he thought was cool about that, or if that was a thing.
Nothing's cool about that.
Yeah.
So we have a big week coming up. What's special about this week coming up, Greg?
It's the Gator Week.
No. Okay, for all Lakeland Eagles play the Lakeland Gators next week. Yes, that part's important. But what else is important?
Oh, your parents come to town.
My parents are coming to town.
That's exciting.
They come to Florida about twice a year from Maine. So we're very excited. They're actually on their way now, but they're stopping and they're going to attend a Patriots game on Sunday.
They're going to lose.
Okay.
You can't root for the Patriots.
I can if I want to, and I do. Like, they're still my second team. Like,
she secretly loves Tom Brady.
Well, that's just a lie. Don't spread lies. I do not like Tom Brady. I was a Drew Bledsoe girl. We know this. But my parents
she
should
loves him.
Hate him. Hate him. And he has way too much Botox. He's on a stupid diet.
Yeah, blame Tom Brady for all this stuff.
I mean, he's the one that does Botox to his face. Is he not?
Poor guy. I wonder if he gets lips injections.
Okay. Are you, like, throwing shade at people that get lip injections?
No, I just wanted to see what your comment was. I mean, I'm trying to make a little bit of fun here about Tom Brady.
Fun fact, I got lip injections once and Botox twice. And
it's not for her. She's just beautiful already, and she doesn't need anything like that.
And it's not going to be the last time I do it, to be quite honest. I'm going to go
still
back
beautiful.
here in a little while. Because I like,
next year, maybe.
But I'm not going to be Tom Brady Botox.
Yeah, he looks like he needs to eat a cookie.
Yes.
I've eaten a couple cookies before.
Yeah. Yes, you have. As have I. So my parents are coming to town.
That's going to be so much fun.
Yes. My mom and dad love them some Greg.
They don't.
They do. I always joke around and say that if we ever got divorced, they would pick his side over mine and I'd be without family because they just love Greg. My mom, and dad treat Greg as though they're his own, as in-laws should.
Yeah, they should. You're exactly right.
And they love him.
God, they do love me.
Yes, they do. Oh, God, they freaking adore you. Like I said.
All right, now let's stop talking about this.
Greg's blushing. Greg's blushing.
Not that they do. They don't. They just like me. I'm cool. All right, and that's it.
My mom tries to kiss Greg on the lips every time.
She does not.
Yes. Well, for the record.
She kisses everybody on the lips.
She kisses everybody on the lips. Like, it's not just a Greg thing. Yeah, she has this thing where, and I think it's probably a generation thing, where she fucking goes to kiss people on the lips. And it's like, you try to do the duck and weave, and...
It's like that thing with Barney, where he's acting like Phil Dawson, or whoever the hell that is, that kisses everybody.
I would like to remind you that not all our listeners are How I Met Your Mother fans.
Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
One cool thing, though, is that my mom, guess what she's bringing next week? I already told you this, but let's hype it up.
What is she bringing?
What's she bringing?
Oh, now I remember now. Oh, my gosh, yeah. I can't wait to try that cough syrup shit.
My mom is bringing Moxie, what we discussed last episode. And if you haven't listened to last episode, shame on you. And
yeah, we're on YouTube and all these other places.
We're very readily available. But so my mom's bringing Moxie. So on next week's podcast, what we're going to do is a live tasting of Moxie. I'm not drinking it because I've already drank it before.
I think she should try it still too, just to see what it tastes like. Because
I know exactly what it tastes like.
And it's disappointing because it's probably gross.
And so we're going to let Greg taste it, and I think we're going to let Blake taste it. Gavin won't taste it because he does not like soda.
But he does like amoxicillin.
What? What the fuck does that mean?
Moxie, amoxicillin.
Okay, that's a stretch.
It's all from the Pacillin family.
It is all from the Cillin family. So my mom last week, right after we got done, turn around and stop watching the football game, please.
I was just
That's
glancing.
exactly why I sat on this side of the table, so you wouldn't be able to see the TV.
Oh, at least I wouldn't turn around. And that's not why you said over. It's because our table's turned.
Anywho, so my mom sent me a story last week, right after we got done podcasting, be like, maybe you should talk about this. It could be an Oh Maine story.
Oh Maine.
Oh Maine. But I gotta admit, it's a good one. So, The headline is Maine DOT, that's Department of Transportation,
Oh, yeah.
rejects PETA's request for a lobster memorial after a crash. You can't make this shit. You know what, PETA? I'm going to need you to calm the fuck down. You just get out of control. Okay, so this comes out of Brunswick, Maine. PETA will not be allowed to put up a memorial in memory of lobsters that were killed in last week's truck accident in Maine. Officials with the Maine Department of Transportation on Thursday denied PETA's request to erect a tombstone on Route 1. That's where 7,000 pounds of live lobster spilled onto the road in the crash. Citing grave concerns about the pain lobsters feel when shipped and cooked, the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals hoped their sign would promote vegan diets.
The lobsters are going to die anyway. They're already on the trucks to go to get ate.
7,000 pounds. That's a fuckload of lobster.
They could eat lobster for weeks.
Oh my God. That's a lot of money that they lost.
It is a lot of money.
I mean, how much do you pay per pound? I forget.
Well, I mean, it's cheaper in Maine, but it's probably expensive in Florida.
Yeah. Anywho, so PETA, you're not getting a memorial for those 7,000 lobsters.
Make it yourself if you want it.
Yeah, you want a memorial? Go make a memorial. Yeah. I mean, do something. So anyway, that was the story from my mom.
Oh, thanks for the story.
Thanks, Mom. And we're hoping that next week, when we're podcasting at my parents' timeshare, we're hoping that we can get my mom and dad on the podcast. But my mom's very shy.
Oh, she is shy. Maybe you think we're going to be able to carry this bad boy with us?
We're not bringing this bad boy. We're just going to bring
our fake microphones?
We're going to bring our microphones and these stands, because they'll probably have a real table that we can attach it to.
I guess you're right.
So here's our setup. Listeners, we have these clamps that clamp onto the edge of a table. However, our table is slanted where you would clamp it on normally. So what we had to do is we had to get a piece of like plywood, and so they're clamped onto that. And the clamps hold our microphones.
It's actually a pretty cool setup, actually.
Yeah, it's not horrible. I like it.
Yeah, works out well for us.
But yeah, we'll just bring the microphones and the clamps and hope that they have a normal table. If not, we can just do it at a countertop like there. We can make it work.
We will make it work. That's why we're good.
That's why we're good. Rosie, go lay down. Go. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Did you want to do a follow-up story on the homeless guy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I gotta find it. I don't know if you sent that to me.
Okay. Well, here, let me help you out here. Because I actually sent us the latest...
Here it is.
Did I send you the latest one? Please
September 4th?
No, I got the latest one from September 6th. Here. Just start reading it and then skip the part that... Anyway.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Police raid New Jersey couple's home after $400,000 in GoFundMe cash they raised for homeless veteran man disappears.
So you know how we talked about last week how like the money was missing and they were going to court.
Yeah, it's definitely gone.
And they said that they still had the money, but that they were worried they was going to spend it on drugs. Well, it turns out there's no money. The money is all gone.
They spent it all.
They spent it all. They spent those greedy, and they actually, the feds, someone raided their house and took everything, including that BMW that you referenced last week.
Yeah, police raided the home Thursday. And they basically, footage taken from the scene showed a skinny black BMW being towed away from the property. Others show videos of Mark D'Amigo hitting golf balls off the lawn surrounding the home. Okay, that part doesn't matter. But I don't think it's in this story, but I think another story is said that they said the money's still there. The only time that they've ever used it was the one time the boyfriend had gone to a casino and left his debit card, and so he used $500 of the GoFundMe money, but he said he replaced it.
I'm sorry. Do you not have a credit card or anything else? And how do you have access to GoFundMe on the
If you have the
demand?
account, it probably can be just transferred to you. It's under their name, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to.
I think that's a stretch. I think you're playing devil's advocate and it's not working.
Figure out a solution.
Anyway, so these people that the homeless guy helped are, I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the judgment call. They are greedy assholes.
They are greedy assholes.
Assholes.
Saw how much money they raised for this guy.
And then they took it?
And they're like, damn, look at all this money, and we're just going to take it because we did all the work. But everybody was being nice to this homeless guy, maybe he is going to do drugs. And
give him the money that you raised for him.
Yeah. And then when he kills himself on drugs or does whatever he wants, then you start a GoFundMe for me, saying, oh, look at what we did for this guy, and now we have nothing.
Yep.
You're going to probably spend some time in jail.
That's probably why. Didn't you also have a story about a woman that accidentally lit dynamites?
I did.
Let's hear it.
So this is out of Connecticut.
Oh, my mom's from Connecticut. It's the weekend of the mom.
So basically, woman was seriously injured after mistook a quarter stick of dynamite for a candle. And the explosive blew up her hand. Okay. So the power's out and it's dark.
Yeah.
And you're looking for a light because your power's out. And you find a quarter stick of dynamite. And you're like, oh, I'm going to light this as a candle. You mistaken it as a candle. The last time I checked, candles and dynamite are definitely different sizes.
I can honestly say I've never seen dynamite.
Yeah, I mean...
However, I would imagine, it's the thickness of, one of those stick candles, that you stick in a candle
I think so.
But this dynamite was left there by the people that had lived there before them. So she just thought, so it wasn't her dynamite. She didn't know. She thought it was...
Yeah, this is true. But
this is true.
Come on, lady.
Anyway, she got burned. Fingers could be lost.
I mean, they probably are lost. Just blew her hand off. She's probably still picking her fingers up.
What a mental image. Thank you, Greg, for that.
How would you pick up your fingers, though, if they were laying on the ground?
With your stubborns.
All right.
All right. On that note, we are going to begin our segments. And, of course, we started off with our normal.
All ready. Oh, Florida.
Pretty sure we caught the I'm ready on that. So it is our Oh, Florida section. And honestly, again, this week we have 4 stories. Couldn't narrow it down. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
We got this story out of Orlando, Florida.
Oh, Orlando.
A crane topples over Tuesday and rips through the roof of a home in Baldwin Park area of Orlando.
Did you see this picture?
I'm looking at it right now, and this is a pretty big house.
And it literally sliced right through it. We will post this picture on our Instagram page.
I mean, cranes are some heavy-duty shit.
Yes, but at the same time, wouldn't you think that the roof would be strong enough to, brace for that impact? You're supposed to have hurricane-proof windows, but,
I'm pretty sure the force of a crane is almost stronger.
I can't imagine the force of the crane that's right next to a house being stronger.
Well, these cranes are, built to, lift lots of pounds. So, I mean... But it's just crazy. What would you do, if you're just chilling in your house and a crane just cuts right through it?
And what does happen after that? Because they were getting roof work done, and that's when the crane, fell through. Who's responsible for that?
Well, I'm sure the company has some insurance. I would hope they have insurance.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Poor guys. They're probably going to go out of business.
Yeah, that doesn't look good on the resume.
Yeah. Our crane will go through your house.
That's their new logo.
We will slice you up like roast beef.
Okay.
All right, so let's go on to our next story. And I'm looking for it right now. but I have it.
He has it. Oh, thank goodness.
Here it is.
Here it is. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh excuse me, I'm sorry. I got excited a little bit. Florida couple builds drive-through window at mobile home to sell drugs. So everything about this like headline just is crazy to me.
I mean, I think it's just you have to adapt to your culture. You have to adapt to the times. And we have drive-through pizzas. We have drive-through pharmacies. Why wouldn't you have a drive-through drug deal?
At a mobile home.
At a mobile home. We also have a picture of this drive-through window that we'll post.
Oh, it's a good picture. And pictures of the people that were arrested. The lady looks really rough.
I'm not shocked.
So basically, a Florida couple was arrested last week after they were caught allegedly selling drugs out of their drive-through window they constructed on the side of their mobile home. I mean, it's smart. I mean,
it is smart.
You don't have to have these people come into your house. You can probably just continue watching TV while you're passing out your dope or whatever you're doing. And these people don't have to get out of their cars. They just roll up like it's Wendy's or McDonald's or Taco Bell, and they place their order. Can I get a number 3 with some Coke?
With a side of Coke. Here's a fun story that has nothing to do with drugs, but has to do with a drive-through. Friggin' back in my younger college days, we were drunk as hell, and we had a designated driver. I think
Poor
it was
fucking bastard.
Yeah, I actually think it was one of my ex-boyfriends. But so we drove through McDonald's. So my friend Katie, like, ordered. She's like, "Can I get a number 6 with a side of cheeseburger?"
With a side of cheeseburger.
With a side of cheeseburger. And that's something we still laugh about today.
It's funny. Hopefully she got a side of cheeseburger with that.
Oh, she did. And then I think while we were waiting, somebody vomited outside the car.
Wow, you guys were a total wreck that night.
Well, yeah.
Train wreck.
Train wreck.
At the McDonald's drive-thru.
At least we're not buying drugs through a drive-thru.
This is true.
Right. So my first story is an intoxicated man accidentally sets fire to a home while he was trying to bake cookies. And then he answers the door naked. This comes from Niceville. Nice.
Sounds like something out of like a story.
Firefighters in Florida discovered an unusual scene when responding to a call last week. Items inside Niceville, Florida. Home caught fire after a man attempted to bake cookies while using a George Foreman countertop grill. Okay, so I didn't read the whole story, but literally, who bakes cookies using a George Foreman? I think I had read the part about the George Foreman, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together about the cookies in a George Foreman.
I mean, is that the George Foreman's the thing that kind of like
folds
like
over? That you used to make quesadillas.
And I mean...
Hold on.
I like the idea. I think it has a lot of sense to it, but
I don't think that'd be like trying to bake pancakes in a George Foreman. There's too much liquid on both ends for it to actually work. Yeah, and also, like how dirty is your George Foreman that it catches fire?
He was hungry. I mean, did it like flip over or something, like, and just start burning the kitchen down? I don't know.
Hold on, let's continue reading. Maybe we'll find out. The resident who told police he drank 2 liters of vodka and smoked marijuana that day. Well, you never mix. Rookie mistake. You never mix alcohol and marijuana.
2 liters is quite a bit.
That's a lot. And then marijuana on top of it.
He was hungry as shit. He had the munchies.
Jesus Christ.
You know they have the stuff called Takeout Hero, yo.
No kidding.
They deliver cookies.
He was naked when he opened the door saying, "I'm sorry," and then he shut the door. Okay, this is the first time I'm reading the story through. Like, I saw the headlines, I didn't actually read them, and now I'm reading the story, and this is freaking gold. So, he's drunk and high as fuck. He's trying to bake cookies using a George Foreman grill. He sets fire to his house, and when someone knocks on his door, he answers the door and says, "I'm sorry," and then shuts the door.
Oh, well, he probably said he was sorry because he was naked.
The man placed towels on top of the grill in an attempt to extinguish the fire. That never works out well. Instead, the fire spread. Shocking. He apparently did not comprehend that he was in danger since he stayed inside his home that was slowly filling with smoke. Firefighters went inside with oxygen masks to put out the items on fire, and officers removed the man from the home for his own safety. And that is the story.
Poor guy.
All he wanted was some fucking cookies.
You about burned down your house for cookies.
And then answers the door, says, "I'm sorry," and then shuts it. That's, I think,
I'm sorry.
could be. I'm sorry. My next one, man, Catholics that are in the diocese, I don't even know if that's the right term, diocese, but nuns, priests, can we just let them have sex already? Stop asking them to be abstinent, because it never works out well. They either molest kids or they end up fucking another priest.
Isn't that against the book?
It's against their rules. I don't know about the book, because
that was what I was getting at, their rule book.
Yeah, it's against their rule book, but they should probably reevaluate that after all their sexual mishaps. But this one is from Miami. And 2 Chicago area priests were charged Monday with lewd and lascivious behavior and indecent exposure after being caught performing a sexual act inside a car parked on Miami Beach Street. So basically, one priest was giving the other priest a blowjob on a busy street in their car, and they didn't have tinted windows. Like, I know Florida's fucked up, but did you really think that you could just come down to Miami from Chicago and give head in a car and it'd be okay? And what makes it even better is that they're priests.
Yeah, what the hell?
When officers arrived, the police report states that the 2 were performing sex acts on each other in full view of the public, passing by Ocean Drive and the sidewalk, and it was 3:20 in the afternoon.
They must have been having a good time of their lives.
Oh, they were having a good time until they got thrown in jail. God. Okay, Catholics, can we just stop this with the whole abstinence shit? Because it's obviously not working for you guys. We had the nun that got in trouble for smuggling drugs in Australia. We have, all the priests and bishops and all the fucking high-ranking Catholic officials molesting little boys.
Yeah,
and then we have priests giving blowjobs in a busy street of Miami. Can you not?
Do you not have a hotel room?
Go to a hotel. Seriously, why would they not pick a hotel room?
Maybe the moment was just right.
Maybe. So, anywho, they were charged, and
poor bastards.
Priests need to have sex more.
Yeah, change the rules.
I think that's it for our Florida stories.
Oh, Florida.
No, continue. That's the anticlimactic beer opening.
Oh, well, it was already open.
I know. All right, so let's move on, because 'tis the season. Sports is in full swing, so let's discuss. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on. What do you want me to read? The one on top?
Yep. Sorry,
Rain plus
audience.
Wind plus road plus
Sorry, audience.
Big Ben. Oh, okay.
Just helping you out. This is not the first person I've seen say that the last 2 days.
We're talking fantasy football, and I already sat Big Ben, and...
Okay, then never mind. I was just trying to help you out.
I already sat Big Ben, so we're good. Although I don't know if I did that in our fantasy league. Anyway.
Let's stop talking about
that. Let's deal with that when the time comes after the podcast.
It was just the sports sound really got me in the mood.
Really got you in the mood. What you got for sports?
So, football season started, college football. Woo!
God, I love football. I'm so happy football's back.
College football's going on right now. It's just the first couple weeks of college football, so that gets amped up as it goes on. So, the NFL first game was on Thursday. Kind of a letdown just because I feel like the lightning and all the weather activity there kind of ruined the start of the game.
It did. It put a huge damper on it, and it was such a boring game.
It got better in the second half, but still boring.
I went to bed at halftime, so.
I mean, you got to think that two of the quarterbacks they're average quarterbacks. We didn't see like the GOAT or Aaron Rodgers or Cam Newton or like all those guys that are dynamic. So Sunday, we're going to see some good stuff on Sunday.
We are excited for Sunday.
Football season's upon us. We have the red zone for the red zones for the next week, and then
we have to cancel our subscription to Sling. Man, I am really just debating about during football season just getting cable because like I feel like this is too much of a pain in the ass, like trying to figure out how we can watch games, how we can get the red zone. And so I'm really debating about just like canceling the Hulu for the season, and then once football season's over and getting cable, and then once football season's over, canceling cable and getting Hulu back.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, maybe we should go who knows what we should do?
Who knows?
I mean,
it's tough.
It is rough, but and we would have it for 2 weeks, but we're going to be in Orlando next Sunday. Maybe we can sign into Hulu over there. We should bring our Fire Stick so we can sign into the red zone over there. That is actually a great idea, and we're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
So, but are they going to? Yeah, they do usually have internet there. So, yeah, we're doing it.
And they also have cable there, so.
Wouldn't be the red zone, though.
Yeah, but we don't have we do have the red zone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You need to remember to cancel that subscription.
I do. I don't like Sling at all. Like, I don't even like the way it, like, sets up.
Yeah.
It's like, after the show you're watching's over, it just ends. Like, it doesn't put on what's on the next on the channel like Hulu does.
All right.
Okay, let's roll on. Sports is here. Football is back, and we're excited.
Yes,
and
I'm very excited.
The Rays might be making a playoff push here.
Man, they are looking good. Too bad we're in such a tough league.
Tough division. I mean, they're 8 games back in the wild card, but they could. They play a bunch of games against the people that are ahead of them, so we'll see.
Yep.
Chances are 1% that they make the playoffs, though. And I'm going to probably say I'm going to give them a 10% chance.
Oh, okay.
I like them, though. They're going to be good next year.
All right, so my sports story. Did you hear about the Tigers commentators?
I don't think I did hear about this.
Okay, so you know how the Rays have 2 commentators that call every game. So obviously they're together nonstop for how many months out of the year? A shit ton.
Hell yeah.
And so they're together, and they have to work together every goddamn day because they play like 4 or 5 games a week.
At least.
Well, apparently, Tigers... Is that your phone?
It is my phone.
Can you silence that, please?
Sorry about that.
It's so funny because I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts.
Lightning struck 6 miles away. That's what it was.
But anyway, like her husband's phone kept going off. She's like, "Can you not?" And I'm like, "Thank you." Well, usually it's my phone going off. So the Detroit Tigers commentators, Rod Allen and Mario Impemba, apparently are suspended for the rest of the year because they got into a brawl where one of them put another in a chokehold.
Live on air?
No, not live on air, but apparently there's been friction between the two. They have different, according to articles, like different quote-unquote broadcasting styles. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
It means exactly what it means. They have different styles.
Well, what do you mean? You call a fucking baseball game, you call a strike, a ball, and... I mean, what's their...
Well, I'll tell you what the problem is. Poor management setting these guys up together, if that's what you say is their deal.
And so apparently they haven't been getting along for a long time. So apparently after the game was over, at some point last week, I forget what day it was, but one of them was walking down the hall because he's done. And the other one came running up behind him and put him in a chokehold.
I would have liked to see that. I wish there was videotape.
I know, I'm like, how is there not video of this? And then, of course, the Tigers are playing, like, on the defensive, being like, no, that didn't really happen. There was an altercation, but and it's like, okay, someone... You know what? For my purposes, I like the whole story of a chokehold, so we're going to go with that.
We are going to go with it.
But anyway, I found that funny, and I'm pretty sure they'll never work together again. But it's like, you work together for so long, you're going to get into some fights, but...
I hate half the people I work with.
Yeah, me too. No, I actually don't hate the people I work with. I used to hate people that I used to work with. I love everyone in my department now.
She does love everybody. I hear about it all the time.
Yeah, I work in a good department. So, yeah, that's all the sports I have. Let's keep on trucking to, and I forgot to kind of hype this up in the beginning of the episode, but Greg has another what the fuck story directly from work. You're not going to see this anywhere else, folks, so get ready. And I haven't seen it, so I'm really hoping I'm not hyping it too much, but I mean, last time's was gold, so.
It's not as good as last time's.
Let's hit the what the fuck section up.
So, yes.
What the fuck? All right. I feel like I should go first just because I feel like mine's not going to be as good as yours.
Yeah, go first.
Okay. So, mine is that a woman was involved in a high-speed chase in Texas involving her newborn. So then when her car crashes, she takes her baby with her. Yes.
Well, I mean, it's her baby. She needs to take her with her.
But, it's in a carrier. Do you remember how heavy that carrier is, when you friggin' have to, run with it?
Yeah, but if you're running from the cops, you're like, fuck, we gotta go.
You're not getting anywhere, though. Hold on, let's listen to the video. Not sure if there's audio or not.
US 90, east back towards Castro. An infant in that vehicle.
Alright, extremely high rate of speed. I'd say at least 100 miles an hour still. Traffic is light to moderate. Almost struck another vehicle passing. Flyway patrol just got a spot. Went off road. Looks like she's about to wreck. No, she still got it. She's now on the access across the median. Still high rate of speed coming up to the creek.
The creek.
Hold here. 1050, 1050 and 2536 and military.
She gets out, she runs around the other side into the back seat, grabs her baby.
She's in the back seat. She's got the baby and we're running. We're running southbound from the accident.
Received vehicle crash at 2536 at military. Female with a baby is running southbound from the crash.
I wonder where she's running to.
I don't know, but this baby's no older than a month.
Okay, we're getting in a white.
She tries to steal another vehicle with her baby.
Troops in front of it. Hold the air.
What the fuck is right?
Doors are open. Troops trying to get her out now. Female driver of this white Nissan Xterra also has a child, and the baby's safe.
107 EMS has been notified.
So then, the vehicle that she tries to steal also has, a mom and her kid in it. So then, the police, block her in. And we will post this on our website, podfulofsunshine.com, and probably our Twitter, too. So check that out. But, yeah, a woman takes off with a baby.
Well, at least she was trying to keep her family safe. I guess.
Yeah, you don't... I guess. All right.
I mean, let's go on a high-speed chase with my infant child in the back seat.
It's not highly encouraged. All right, let's hear what the fuck.
Smart.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, well, so Tuesday at work, I'm just hanging out, kind of a slow night. And I didn't realize this. I don't know how long this chick was here supposedly they just got engaged. It was a guy and a girl, and they just got engaged.
Oh, congratulations, couple.
Yeah, congratulations. But anyway, this chick was passed out at the bar. Just sitting in her chair. She didn't have her head on the bar or anything, but she was just passed out.
Okay.
And so basically we're like, hey, I gotta go.
Where was her fiance?
He was talking to some people next to them.
Oh.
So he was there, and he was pretty drunk too. And we didn't serve them anything. They just got dropped off, from their hotel or whatever.
So they got dropped off that drunk?
Well, I don't know the whole... I do know the whole story that nobody served them any alcohol,
okay.
so...
Okay.
So yeah, anyway, this girl, she's just sitting on this stool just, passed out. And it's It's funny. I mean, and it's just like things that happen there. It's crazy. So we told her, you guys got to go. You can't be passed out at the bar. And this girl is like dead weight, and like her fiance can't like move her, and it's just like kind of funny. I was mad because my manager wouldn't let me take a video of it. She was standing there. I was pissed. I was like, let me get this. She said, no, you can't. I was like,
we have a podcast.
I was like,
did you say you should throw in the card?
I did say we had a podcast.
She didn't care.
She didn't care. But luckily enough, there's a bunch of other people that I work with that did get a video.
That's teamwork.
So we got one. I mean, it wasn't for my podcast, but they got a video for just to put on our Facebook page because it's fun. Did they
text that to you? Because I know that the last video you had was on your Facebook page and you didn't know how to download it. So
yeah, no, they didn't. So, but anyway, you want to take a look at the video?
Yes, I sure do.
All right, here's one of them. Just press play.
Okay.
This is after she got out of her stool.
I haven't even pressed play yet, but let me give you a little play-by-play. It's this girl. I think it might be a dress that she's wearing, but she's just laying in this potted plant. Oh my God. This poor girl when she wakes up the next morning. Like, can you imagine how mortified she's going to be?
She's not going to see the video.
No, but she's going to know. Like, when I get really, really drunk the next day, like, I'm more... Okay, let's take a listen.
I don't know if there's much sound.
She just passed out on the plant.
No, that's not a good view, but I'll show you. I can show you a picture of her on the It's basically more of a picture, but I can show you a picture. Because
that video did nothing.
Because I believe they were inside when they took the video.
Okay.
And this chick's outside, obviously, in the plant dish. But somebody got a picture of her at the bar passed out too.
Oh, good. I can't wait to see that.
So this is just her. Here, this is her at the bar right here.
It's a video?
Looks like it. And she's just...
Oh, my God. So she's just sitting at the bar with her head, like, kilted back, like, just sleeping. Oh, my God. I really feel bad for her.
Yeah, but eventually...
Why did her fiance not take her home? Because he was just as drunk?
He was, and they're like, you can't drive from here. So they must have been staying at a hotel because a hotel van came and picked him up. I feel super bad for the hotel shuttle driver. I hope he got a tip from them. But this is just the crazy shit I see. Yeah. Random drunk people just pass out at the bar.
I love it.
I've seen this before, though. I've seen people pass out at the bar before. Not laying in plant bushes, though.
No. That was great. The plant bush picture was great, and I am going to post that on our Instagram. We are obviously going to blur out her face, but
and then there's one thing on the other video that you probably may not be able to post the video of her at the bar because the little headline at the bottom kind of, unless you can get rid of that.
I can get rid of that.
Okay,
we'll work. I'll work on it. See what magic I can work. All right. Well, let's chase that what the fuckery down with some sweet. Don't worry, be happy stories.
Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
All right, it's our Don't Worry, Be Happy segment. And we only have one, but I mean, one is all you need because it's that much of a happiness. So, Tennessee DB, is that defensive back? DB.
Defensive back, yeah.
Yeah. Garrett Johnson gave his sneakers to a homeless man who couldn't walk because of his torn shoes. And, it's on YouTube.
That is really sweet of him.
So let's take a listen. Just a little bit of a listen.
Hey, look.
Like these?
Put them on, Lana. Take them off that hurt your feet.
These comfortable tennis shoes. New Balance. How much?
Put them on, Bombay.
Free. I got 2 pairs. Let me get the blue one. I just, he asked me for them. Well, cousin, you don't like these?
Put them on, Bombay.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause right there because you get the gist of the idea. I just wanted to get to the part where, so there's two homeless men. There's one that's sitting with his sister. And so, what did I say his name was? Garrett Johnson?
Yeah.
Gives, this homeless guy shoes because his shoes that he has were torn at the soles. Like, he couldn't even walk in them. So he gives him new shoes. There's another homeless man adjacent to this guy just laying there. And, like, just with his hand on his head, just laying there. Excuse me. And so Garrett Johnson was like, hey, man, do you want these? And the homeless guy's like, no. And just shook his head. And he's like, you don't like him? And the guy's like, no. It's like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah,
Like, he's trying to do something nice for you. You don't want some brand new sneakers. But here's the whole thought process was going through my head as I'm watching this video, which, I mean, I don't want to, piss on something good because it is good. But tell me what size shoe this defensive back wears. Like, he's got to have a big-ass foot, right? Because he's an NFL athlete. And you're going to give your shoes to some homeless guy on the street who probably is like 3 to 4 sizes smaller than you.
It's better than the shoes that he's wearing.
I know. I just didn't, like I said, I didn't want to completely piss on the party, but I'm like, this probably don't even fit him. Like, but hey.
Maybe it's fucking Bigfoot, a homeless Bigfoot guy.
Maybe. But yeah, so that I saw that last night and it made me happy, so I added it to my list. And
don't you worry, be happy, Mom.
Screw the other homeless guy that said that those shoes weren't good enough for him. Yeah, fuck. And I hope he didn't rob the other guy of his shoes. That's kind of what I was thinking.
The other guy got it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm getting those shoes either way, and I'm just gonna act like an asshole to you. So, all right, so we are beginning to wrap up this episode number 17.
Wow, 17.
Woo, God, I can't believe we're on 17. Man. All right. So, we are going to end it like we always do with a boys tell a joke. Boys! Boys tell a joke. All right. So, who's going first? Gavin? All right, so Blake wants to do 2, so we're going to have him go, and then Gavin will go, and then Blake will go again. All right.
Some people aren't just missing an old screw. The whole freaking toolbox is gone.
Good job, Blake. I like that one. Because I know a whole bunch of people that aren't just missing a screw. That whole toolbox is gone.
Blake, go right now. I lost my thing.
Well, you're next. You got to find it.
Yeah, so you're on, bro. Do you want me to pause?
Yeah.
How did you lose?
All right, Gavin was having a lot of technical difficulties, but he's ready to go. Get up close to Dad's microphone.
Hi.
Hi.
Go.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I mean, police. Knock, knock. Me. Who is it? Police. What do you want? Police to talk. Me. How are you?
No. I'm squashing this one. Bring me your iPad.
You've already done it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we've already done that one, and it sucked in too. So.
What happened to his old one?
I know. That's what I'm trying to find.
Do this one. Do that one. Quick, easy, simple. Y'all are overthinking these jokes.
Are you gonna edit
It's just going to be simple. No, I'm leaving all this in because it's fun.
Not really. Friday is my second favorite F word. My first is food. Definitely food.
Food.
Definitely food. All right, thank you. See how easy it's got to be? All right, Blake for a second one.
I totally failed safety and health course today.
How did you manage that?
Well, one of the questions was, in the event of a fire, what steps would you take?
And?
Freaking large ones wasn't apparently the wrong answer.
Oh. Guys, please step up your game. All right. Thank you for your jokes. I love you.
Did you like my joke that I had?
I did not like your joke you had. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Why is it good night?
I mean,
I'm not gonna see you the rest.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, you got cool.
Okay, just
See you
go.
later.
And those are our boys. They are crazy. They drive me insane. But we love them.
They're crazy.
They are funny and cute. All right. Well, that wraps up another episode of Podful of Sunshine. Next week, we hope to be joined by Nana and Big Guy, according to the boys, but Mom and Dad to us.
They're going to chicken out.
I think you should try and convince my mom. She'll say no to me, but she won't say no to you.
I might convince her.
Yeah, I think
I'll
you
see
can.
what she wants to do.
Yeah.
I'll talk to her about it.
Yeah. Work that magic. All right.
Okay.
So tune in next Monday, and here's our little challenge for you listeners. Tell a friend. Share our podcast. Tweet it. Retweet it. Share it.
Slam that like button.
Slam that like button. Go visit us on YouTube, where this episode may or may not be. And, yeah, that's it. Have a great week, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.